It's another hot, humid, sunny day that we all know and love. But will we get any rain? I'll have all the details for you coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, a unique workshop teaching the importance and the fun discovery of keeping local history alive. Plus, lawn care during the summer, how to maintain your yard with the temperatures rising. And later, student loan forgiveness, scams, and what to look out for as your number one source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thank you for joining us. It's great to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Coverage you can count on begins with a search continuing for a robbery suspect in Aiken County. The incident happened Friday morning just after 9 at a Security Federal on Canal Street in Graniteville. Investigators say a man wearing a wig entered the bank, showed a gun, and demanded money from the employees. He drove away in a gold Ford Explorer. He's considered armed and dangerous. Of course, contact the sheriff's office if you know anything. Thanks to a new law in South Carolina, you can bring home your favorite beer from local breweries in larger quantities than before. Before the law went into effect, breweries could only sell to-go beer not sold in the tap room up to 288 ounces. That's a 24-pack of 12-ounce cans. The new law allows breweries to sell up to 864 ounces in to-go beer.
For reference, Alabama is at 864 ounces per person per day. Florida, Louisiana, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, all are at unlimited amounts.
And the National Breweries Association estimates the craft brewery industry has an $861 million yearly economic impact in South Carolina. The association estimates there are about 134 local craft breweries in the state. A local museum is hosting lectures teaching people how to keep history alive, especially the history right here in our area. Here is Nikita Dennis.
The Lucy C. Laney Museum is home to plenty of history that has taken place across the CSRA. This weekend, the museum is hosting a community workshop on history reconstruction.
You know, a few weeks ago, we celebrated Juneteenth, and with Juneteenth, we're often talking about freedom. Well, what did African Americans do with that freedom?
The workshop began Friday with keynote speaker DeAndrea Johnson. It's being held in one of the oldest churches in Augusta, Springfield Baptist Church. People even get to take home books to learn more.
They thought it would be a good idea to have a selection of works about Reconstruction so that when people heard the lectures, they'd have further resources.
The workshop continues Saturday, and Roger says he hopes people will continue to learn about the history in our area.
So the Reconstruction Workshop talks about the individuals and the organizations that were created that sort of go beyond the freedom.
They say it's also important to know about history beyond the Garden City.
History is enriching to your experience in life, and knowing the history of the place that you live, the people that you live amongst, it expands your ability to successfully navigate.
In Augusta, Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
And that workshop continues today from 10 until 2 over at Springfield Baptist Church. It can be tough to find affordable school supplies, especially in today's economy. So local nonprofits, including the United Way, are helping children and their families ace their school year with supplies. Stuff the Bus returns to the CSRA for its annual school supply drive. The United Way partnering with local companies, organizations, and stores to host drop-off locations. Event leaders say this year's supplies are in high demand and at an even higher cost. A Back to School Bash is being held at Gregg Park from 11 until 4. It's being sponsored by Faith Seed Harvest Ministry. School supplies will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis. There'll also be free haircuts and book bag giveaways, and there will be food too. And there are a number of other local back-to-school events throughout the month of July, and we also spoke with a number of those nonprofits here on GMA about those different events as well. We have a list as well as those interviews on WJBF.com. Meteorologist Sherry Sheely joins us now with a quick check of the forecast. What day is it?
Saturday?
Okay.
Yeah, for those that don't know, we're on our 3-day stretch touch of Sean and Sherry in the morning. But
That's great.
yes, and it's great. And today felt like sleeping in, right? Anywho, looking at our Terry Libbert Hyundai Skyview cam over at AU Health, we have a beautiful sunrise, big beam of sun right there in the middle of the screen with some blue skies and some wispy clouds around it. So a beautiful start to the weekend. Satellite radar, you can see those little wispy clouds showing up there across the CSRA, but back behind it, nice and clear, which means lots of sunshine on tap for your day. Starting off on the warm side, 73 degrees here in Augusta, 74 in Bamberg, 71 in Thompson, and we're only going up from here. With that heat, we also have humidity, so humidity values in those upper 90s, even 100% in some areas. So what does that mean for us? It's muggy. 2 on the muggy meter, so very sticky with that heat, which makes it feel even hotter. So for your day planner, air temps in the 80s this morning, so not too bad. But then as we move through the afternoon, 89 degrees is going to feel more like 98. 91 is going to feel more like 101. So definitely a hot one for us, but we're just in this typical summer pattern with hot, humid days and a chance of some afternoon showers and storms. I'll have the details on what you can expect coming up. Back to you, Sean.
All right, Sherry, thank you. Well, as we continue the summer months, the temperatures are only getting hot. And that was Graham Lee reporting. The ultimate back-to-school bash is headed to the CSRA. Are your kids going to snag some school supplies and get a haircut too?
Black X fill out the nomination form. Celebrating Black Excellence 365. Only on News Channel 6.
Let's have some fun. Let's get it on. What female celebrity would you match Steve Harvey up with?
Beyonce.
What?
Prime Steakhouse.
Let the fireworks begin. It's a 4th of July sale at Interiors Market by Weinbergers. These savings are dynamite. Get power reclining sofas starting at $17.50. Get a luxury mattress for 50% off. Designer accent furniture starting at just $249. You name it, we got it, and it's all on sale. Hurry in for 4th of July savings at Interiors Market by Weinbergers. Now through July 8th.
It is important to have an Amish.com to apply today. Are you searching for unique household gifts and trendy clothing that capture your imagination? At Blissful Boutique, we have it all under one roof, offering you a delightful shopping experience. Step inside and immerse yourself in a fashion enthusiast dream. From our popular men's collection to our chic and trendy women's apparel, we offer an array perfect for everyone. Come visit us at Blissful Boutique or online and experience the joy of finding that perfect something. We can't wait to welcome you.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Well, back to school is right around the corner and another back to school bash is happening this month. Dominique Simpkins is back to tell us a little bit more about it. You got some friends with you. Dominique, it's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as always.
Yeah, well, thank you. Terrell and Maurice, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Terrell, you can go first.
Man, my name is Terrell Chavis, also known as Mr. Rail Cut himself.
Maurice Martinez, Master Barber, here in the CSRA.
Okay, sounds good to me. So Dominique, let me make sure I have it correct. It's going to be on July 20th, and it's hosted by City of Refuge Youth Development Center, along with a number of organizations. So tell me what folks can expect.
So yes, City of Refuge Youth Development Center is my organization, also known as CRYDC, and I collab with Maurice and Terrell here. So we can do a back to school bash, but we're also partnered with Aiken County Career and Technology Center as well as other barbers in the area. So we'll be allowing free haircuts, free hairstyles, and everything else. Free food, free games, just a lot of fun.
So why did you guys want to do the free haircuts and all that stuff with this back to school bash?
Me and Terrell have been talking about this since I think 2 years now.
2 years.
And we just decided to go ahead and do it this year, and we just added everybody else in so it could be a big event for all the kids in North Augusta, Aiken, Graniteville, Warrenville, that whole entire area.
Yeah. So Terrell, why did you want to partner with Dominique and her organization?
Well, number one, because of who she is. Number two, we don't really have as much things going on in North Augusta itself. So I feel like this would be a perfect opportunity to bring the kids out, bring the community out, and just collab with different barbers, hairstylists, nail techs, and just have a good time, man. Honestly.
Yeah. So Maurice, you feel the same way?
Oh, it's definitely. You know, there's a meaningful event for everybody to get together. You know what I'm saying, to bring the communities together, so everybody can see each other. Because a lot of people don't socialize as they should, and bring the communities together.
So let's talk about these haircuts. Do you do different styles? Can folks say, okay, this is what I want, then y'all do that? How does that work?
You want to go ahead? Or?
You can go ahead.
All right, so we're actually giving them 3 choices. We're giving them all around fade, all even cut, and what was the other one?
Tip fade.
Tip fade. So we're gonna give them 3 choices, and the kids will be able to pick which of those 3 they want to pretty much get.
So why only 3? I'm sorry, Dominique, go ahead.
No, you're
Okay.
fine.
So why only those 3 choices?
Well, because we are expecting a lot of kids, we will be on a time schedule, so we want to make sure that we get these kids looking right, of course, but also getting moving on to the next kid, of course, too, as well.
So how long does it take for you to put together something like that?
Well, it took a while. So we've been doing this since January.
Probably before that.
I think it was January. January. We've been planning this since January, and we're finally a few days away, so we're excited about it.
Yeah. So why are you so passionate to do this?
Because, first of all, I already work with a lot of kids from low-income background. I work with kids of any background, but sometimes they often don't have the expenses to get their haircut. Not only that, they're not educated about barbering and all these things. So we're going to have a segment even at the event where Terrell is going to be able to speak, along with Miss Trina Lowry Smith. And I'm going to, as you know, I'm already a parenting coach, so I get to even let them know about what I do. So.
Wow. Okay, so do you need any sponsors or anything like that?
If we need donations, we actually need more food donations as well. But I want to give a shout out to Umoja Village, Chick-fil-A, Learning on Main, Frozen Delight, Angel Bell Bonds, and we have so many people who have poured in their donations, as well as individuals, not always monetarily, but even their volunteer time. So I appreciate them. Oh yeah, so we are providing hygiene kits. So if anyone wants to donate, that's what they can donate to. They can donate to the hygiene kits, and if you need any information on what needs to be donated, you can contact me at 706-691-7307, as well as food items. I'll be able to send an email with a description of what is needed.
Okay.
Also, for the less fortunate kids that will not have transportation to the event, we will be providing transportation for y'all. So.
And you don't even have to be less fortunate. If your mom is at work, as long as you have somebody, if you're able to, or your father's at work, as long as you're able to be accompanied by someone 16 and older, they can be able to ride. But they have to go on Eventbrite and search CRYDC Back to School Bash, and they'll be able to have transportation access.
So it's really no excuse?
No excuse. We dotted all I's and T's and crossed all that stuff, so everybody will be able to benefit from it.
Sounds good to me. All right, well, y'all, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. No
problem. Can I get one more shout out?
Sure, go ahead.
I want to shout out Word of Life Assembly and United Church of South Carolina for providing transportation to the students at the Back to School Bash.
Wow. Well, God bless them. Well, y'all, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No problem. And we'll be right back.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
Welcome to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. We offer new and used appliances, and we service what we sell. We offer no credit needed financing and delivery options to meet your needs. For the top brands and lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Rev up your route.
Are you too hot? Beat the summer heat with a window AC unit from Davis Appliance and Furniture for as low as $299. We offer a cool, no credit needed financing options to meet your needs. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live, Viper 6.
Look at that sunrise. So outside of Television Park on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, we've got some clouds in the area, but just a few fair weather wispy clouds, but lots of sunshine beaming through, and that will be the theme for the day. So lots of sunshine and also hot, hot, hot. So starting off at 73 degrees, 94% humidity. Woohoo! But no issues with visibility, fog, no wind. just a hot day. So set across the southeast, kind of the same tune for all of us. 70s back from Louisiana all the way to the Carolinas, with the Sunshine State already in those low to mid 80s at this hour. Our farmers forecast, we have no drought situation to speak of, but I know I've heard a lot of people holler and they want the rain. So we've got a 30% chance of rain for today. So maybe if you need it for your garden or your crops, hopefully you'll pick that up today. Sunrise was at 6:25, sunset at 8:40 this afternoon. So taking a look at what went on yesterday, so 95 degrees, and shameless plug, that's exactly what I forecasted, low of 72. But check it out, in Augusta at the airport officially registered not a drop of rain. So when we talk about these scattered storms, just to kind of drive that point home, so again, Augusta nothing, Aiken nothing, Farmville nothing, Bamberg picked up a little over a quarter of an inch. And then we've got trace amounts registered for Waynesboro and Millen, but Sandersville showing out with over half an inch of rain. So that just shows you how scattered these showers are in nature, that just from one county to the next could see sunshine to a pretty good amount of rain registering. So just keep that in mind when we're talking about these scattered showers. If you think we're just totally blowing the forecast, it might be in your neck of the woods, but not to your neighbors. So for those rainfall chances for the next couple of days, we do have a 30% chance for your weekend, but our best chance is going to come in on Monday. I think it's going to be more of a widespread event, so we'll all get to share in that measurable rain. So for your 48-hour future cast for this morning, mainly just a share of sun and clouds, and that will continue to increase throughout the afternoon hours. But as we get to those afternoon hours, that's when we start seeing those scattered showers pop up. And again, very scattered in nature, but most of it I think is going to stay together to the east of us, and that's where that moisture surge is really hanging around just outside of our neck of the woods. But again, can't rule it out, especially I think our northwestern counties have the best chance of seeing some rain for today. So we go through the overnight hours, just kind of clouds in and out of the area again for Sunday morning. As we move into Sunday afternoon, though, we do have this nasty looking system moving through, but this model has it kind of falling apart as it advances towards us. I think it might be a little off there. I think we will pick up some for your Sunday afternoon, but again, scattered in nature, so we'll just have to see what happens. But then Monday, that's where I think we're all going to get more of a widespread event. So let's look forward to Monday so everybody can get a little piece of the pie. But the SPC does have us under a slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow, of most of the CSRA with the northern part in the marginal. So we'll continue to track that and keep an eye on that for you to keep you planned for your weekend. So 95 degrees for your Saturday, 93 for your Sunday. And again, just keep an eye to the sky as we have a chance of afternoon showers and storms throughout the weekend. Again, our best chance coming in on Monday. And then we'll dry out for Tuesday and Wednesday, looking at mostly clear to partly cloudy skies and more 90s, more humidity.
Same old song and dance.
Yep, same song, second verse, third verse, whatever verse we're on.
Sherry, thank you. Well, take a look at this. Kathy Griffin sent these pictures in to us. She said these are her two grandkids. Logan is 11 and her younger brother is Griffin. He's 7. So both of them were in Bamberg for the 4th of July celebrations. They also celebrated Logan's birthday. So they got bored. So the day after July 4th, they went out to the town and got off their iPads and started picking up trash. Way to go. And they live in Atlanta. So yeah, kids should just get off the iPads and help out. And help their community. Well, an unexpected encounter leads to a life-changing moment. What's trending is next.
Zaxby's Handbridge Southwest Ranch. It's a Southwest salad, and it's not for the faint of flavor. Woo, sausage! Zaxby's.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. An Army vet living out his dream and becoming a full-time writer publishes his first book. Last Saturday was supposed to be a book signing. Sean Warner sat alone at a folding table in a local bookstore in Arlington, Texas, surrounded by only piles of his book, which he hoped to sell, until this happened.
What made you want to do murder mystery? Oh, I just always loved mysteries. Grew up reading them. I do a little bit of TikTok and whatnot, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get a second one. I'm going to gift it on there and see if we can get you a little bit of love on there.
Okay. I won't say no.
And a little bit of love indeed. So now Warner's book is the #1 bestseller on Amazon. And he gets choked up thinking about it. Swearingen says he just wanted to help a fellow neighbor.
That's awesome. You know, there's so much negativity that's shared on social media, and it seems like the bad takes off. So it's good to see something good. You know?
And he was just trying to help his neighbor, so good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his name is Sean. Well, the guy's name is Sean, and he spells his name right because some people spell Sean differently.
So he must be a good person.
Yeah, of course. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta, firefighters are still fighting a deadly fire in New Jersey 48 hours after it started, while officials say the fire could burn for days. See you in a bit.
In an eligible vehicle. Visit Pendarvis Chevrolet.
The most watched news station in the CSRA, News Channel 6. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
It's going to be another hot day with temps in the 90s, but what about rain? I'll have all the details on what you can expect coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, a local police organization teaches residents how to be responsible gun owners. Plus property values going up in Columbia County, the possible impacts on the school board's budget. And later, why one woman is called the Hush Puppy Queen. Details as your #1 source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. Coverage you can count on begins with an officer-involved shooting in downtown Augusta. The sheriff's office responded to Ellis Street at around 11:15 Saturday morning for a call about a person with a firearm. During the incident, the deputy and the person were shot at least once. The deputy taken to the hospital. The person died at the scene. The GBI is now investigating. An autopsy is scheduled. Meanwhile, the sheriff's office will hold a town hall meeting addressing concerns about crime. The event put on by the Property Owners Response Team. The public-private partnership works with property owners to combat concentrated areas in crime. The event will take place on Tuesday at 6:30 at the Warren Road Community Center. Businesses along Washington Road and Interstate 20 will be targeted regarding homeless issues impacting crime. A local police department is about to wrap up its very first Citizens Academy course. For one of their last assignments, officers took the class to a shooting range. And Latier was there.
Grovetown Police Department has been training a group of 7 people who live in the community about what all goes into law enforcement.
They're going to see what we do on a daily basis and have a little bit of idea of when they see things in the news, it may not always be what it seemed to be.
Over the 10-week course, the students have done exercises like reenacting real scenarios officers have experienced, doing crime scene analysis, and criminal investigations.
We did 2 scenario-based trainings. Some of the things that there were real-life scenarios for them that I think for any civilian going through, it'll be mentally challenging.
And on Saturday, they learned how to properly handle a firearm.
They all, I think, going to leave here with a better understanding of the weapon, much more safety conscious about handling the weapon, and much more confident in themselves to shoot the weapon.
Students in the course say it helps law enforcement and civilians find common ground.
By taking the time to see what it is that the police do and why they do it, it helps us to better understand when situations come up where we're wanting to protest and be upset. It's like, wait, take a step back, let's evaluate and move forward.
Assistant Chief Eastman believes the course has been a success, but they do want to make some changes for the future.
We want to go back to the drawing board, see what we need to do to retune what we are doing right now, and then we're going to make a decision on when the next class will start. But it'll be in the fall.
Students in this class graduate Thursday, July 13th. In Augusta, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Aiken County Coroner's Office investigating a deadly hit and run. Authorities say the victim was found at around 6:40 Saturday morning on the side of Storm Branch Road near Silver Bluff Road. The coroner identifying the victim as 91-year-old Josephine Smiling. An autopsy has been scheduled. Property values in Columbia County going up, and that could also mean your property taxes are going up as well. This is having an effect on the county's Board of Education budget for 2024. While the millage rate may remain the same, property taxes could rise up to 12.2%. The rise in property values driven by the county's growing population and increased housing demand. There will be public hearings to figure out whether the Board of Education should keep or lower its millage rate. The first hearing is Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Also on Tuesday, the Georgia Department of Transportation will start work to replace the Briar Creek and Briar Creek Overflow bridges on State Route 23. Those bridges are located between Sardis and Girard in Burke County. GDOT says while the bridges are under construction, a detour will be set up. The work is expected to be finished next year. Georgia's economic report reveals the state State Route 23. Those bridges are located between Sardis and Girard in Burke County. GDOT says while the bridges are under construction, a detour will be set up. The work is expected to be finished next year. Georgia's economic report reveals the state continues to have low unemployment numbers. The current rate is 3.2%, while the national average is 3.7%. The Labor Commissioner says all regions in the Peach State reported a rise in unemployment in May. He says Georgia is prioritizing jobs in the green energy field.
An industry that I think kind of goes hand in hand with that. It's a different kind of power we're looking for, solar and electric cars, right? We're moving away from some of the fossil fuel type stuff, and that's really where our state has been focused, and I think we're poised to be the #1 state when it comes to that moving forward.
The state has currently around 24,000 unemployment claims. Today is the final day of the Peach Jam tournament. Thousands of players, coaches, and families are in town for the highly competitive tournament. It's being held over at Riverview's Activity Center, so expect more traffic than usual if you're driving in that area. If you're looking to help out school students here in the CSRA, our Stuff the Bus supply drive is well underway. The idea is to make sure kids here in the two-state have all the supplies they need to return to school. You can drop off donations through July 29th here at Television Park during normal business hours or at any Security Federal Bank in our area. Friday, the Burke County Recreation Department is hosting a back-to-school bash. It starts at 6 o'clock at 465 Burke Veterans Parkway. More than 600 backpacks and school supplies will be given away, and there will be free food as well. Meteorologist Sherry Sheely joins us now with a quick check of the forecast. Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning, Sean. Day 4.
Yes, day 4.
Day 4.
I'm excited.
All right. So starting off, let's take a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at the airport. So we've got mostly clear skies, lots of blue to see there, and some stratus clouds mixed in. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so we haven't really had any winds the last couple days, so it's nice to have a little breeze to enjoy. It's pretty warm out there, though. 76 already in Augusta, 77 in Charleston, back towards the west, 72 in Birmingham, and 80s along the Gulf Coast for us. So satellite and radar, those clouds you can see rolling through there, but bring your attention to this cold front here as this guy is heading our way to give us a relief from the heat and also maybe some rain. I'll have more details coming up, but right now there's more temperatures across the board, so 70s across the board, humidities. I saw another sticky one with relative humidity values in the 90 percentile, and that means it is a 2 on the muggy meter. So for today, you can expect temperatures in the 80s throughout most of the morning, then climbing into the 90s this afternoon. But again, once you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like 100. So we've got another warm day on tap with a mix of sun and clouds, but relief is on the way. I'll have all the details on what you can expect coming up. Back to you, Sean.
All right, Sherry, sounds good. Thank you. Well, coming up, how artificial intelligence can help you become a better friend and a loved one.
Black Excellence.
Fresh for everyone.
Handwritten notes used to be a thing back in the day. Now that's usually reserved for holidays or birthdays. And even then, we just sign our names on the card. Earlier, I spoke with David Wax, the founder and CEO of Handwritten. His company uses AI to create the perfect handwritten note.
So thanks so much for having me, Sean.
No problem. So let's get right to it. So tell me a little bit about the concept behind Hallmark of AI and how it can help people with writing those thoughtful notes.
Yeah, so Handwritten has actually been around for about 9 years. We run a company that has 175 robots. Each of these robots holds a real pen and can write out your notes in the handwriting style of your choice, on the card of your choice, and then we mail it for you. And about 4 or 5 months ago, we saw the potential of AI, and we incorporated that in our platform. Prior to that, the number one, stumbling block for people was figuring out what to write. We provided some pre-written templates if you needed assistance there, but the AI has really taken it to a new level. So now you could say, thank Sean for having me on his show, and it would write a whole note to you, and you don't even need to do anything. You just sign the note and then hit enter, and then it'll write it out on the card of your choice and mail it. So it's pretty exciting in how much time it saves people, and actually it improves people's notes too. They're much more thoughtful now, believe it or not.
Wow. Well, David, what motivated you to develop this AI solution specifically for helping folks like me express our thoughts in a written note?
Well, it's funny. I was actually just I was driving up to the mountains to go skiing, and it kind of just dawned on me that with all this AI, generative text, LLM stuff, large language model, our solution would be a natural fit. I think there's a lot of trying to fit a round peg in a square hole. People are including AI in everything these days, but since it's a large language model, it really does make sense to incorporate into handwritten. And what's so amazing about OpenAI is that it really has some contextual knowledge. For instance, if I say handwritten in the note, being HANDWRYTTEN, my company, handwritten's been around for a few years, so AI knows about it, and it's able to say, thanks so much for learning about our unique pen-based writing solution.
So, David, let's just say I want to write a note to my mom, for example, using your service. Kind of walk me through the steps.
Sure. So you just go to handwritten.com, and that's handwritten with a Y. You'd click sign up. It's free to sign up. And then if you're just sending one note, those notes start at $325 plus postage. If you're a big company looking to scale this, which is kind of our core business, then prices go way down on volume. But you would just go into handwritten. You'd find a Mother's Day card or an I love you card. We have different aisles of cards in the website. And you choose that card and click write. And then when you get to the next screen, it's kind of like filling out a online greeting card where it provides you an area to type your message. At the bottom of that area, there's a little box that says, or a little link that says AI Assist. You'd click that and it would say, well, what type of note do you want? And you'd say, write a note to my mom, thanking her for everything she's done for me over the years. And then it'll write the most beautiful note you've ever thought of, or never thought of, I should say. If you want to say, write a poem to my mom and include her name and a few details, it'll write a great poem. It's truly incredible. I mean, it's fun to kind of play around with it and see the types of notes it'll write. You can do limericks, song lyrics in the style of your favorite singer or rapper or whatever, and it'll pound it out perfectly.
And yes, it will. I tried that before and it works. David, thank you. And we have more information on our website and our mobile app. Sherry joins us with a look at your full forecast coming up next.
Weather headlines on. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
We've got sunshine on this Sunday morning. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at AU Health. So a beautiful sunrise for us, a little mix of sun and clouds there, but lots of blue skies to enjoy, and that's going to set the tone for a beautiful Sunday. Temperature-wise, a little on the warm side, 74 degrees, and when you factor in that 91% humidity, feeling a degree warmer at 75 degrees, winds light and calm right now, and no issues with visibility. Across the nation, we've got a warm streak all across the Gulf, up the East Coast, so 80s in Texas, 74 here for us, 72 in Raleigh, but check it out back towards the west, 92 in Phoenix. The sun is not even up there, and it is 92 degrees, so we're complaining it's hot here, but whew, that is some hot stuff there. In fact, they are under an excessive heat warning in that neck of the woods. They've got fire weather warnings, aerial flood watches along New England and the East Coast, and more heat advisories in the Sunshine State and in Texas. But back at home, no advisories for us, but the SPC has issued a marginal risk of severe weather kind of wrapping around the top of us, so not everyone included in that, and that has been reduced down from the slight risk that they predicted yesterday, so that's great news. as we need the rain, but nothing severe. But just keep in mind there is a little bit of an elevated threat there. Farmers forecast, nothing to concern with there with the drought, but we do need some rain. So we're going to look at about a 20% chance throughout the day today, with those chances increasing as we get into the overnight hours, and a better chance for us on our Monday. So rain, we've been talking about chance of rain every afternoon here, but it has certainly been hit or miss. And these 24-hour rain totals indicate that. As you can see, we've got lots of zeros across the board in our western regions. But check it out, Barnwell County, almost an inch of rain yesterday. Aiken, a little over a quarter of an inch. So definitely favoring the eastern counties of the region, with just a trace picking up here in Augusta. So certainly hit or miss there. But the good news is we have a better chance of a more widespread event moving in from Sunday night to Monday. So we'll get to spread the love out a little bit more there for all of us across the CSRA. So let's take a look at what we can expect with our 48-hour futurecast. So clouds definitely building in this morning, in and out, mix of sun and clouds. And we've got this little band coming through about the 2 o'clock hour. I think we'll give some rain to our southern line counties a little bit around the 2 o'clock hour. Then we'll get a break throughout the afternoon, mix of sun and clouds, and then the cold front starts approaching, and that's where we have that more widespread band that will move towards us as we get around 11 o'clock to midnight in Monday. And you can see that's definitely a more widespread event that will continue throughout the morning on Monday. Could make our Monday morning commute a little interesting with some wet roads, but then as that front advances to the east, we will see clearing on Monday, and back behind it, drier air for our middle of our week. But back at home today, 93 for our high with a mix of sun and clouds. And that temperature trend is very interesting as well. So 93 for your Sunday, but thanks to all the cloud cover and the rain, we will drop 10 degrees into the 80s for your Monday. But it is short-lived as we'll start climbing back into the 90s, even upper 90s next week with lots of sunshine. Overnight tonight, again, expecting showers and storms and lots of cloud cover with lows in the 70s. And that's kind of the trend there, dipping down into the 60s for our lows. I know Sean will enjoy that cooler temperatures at night. So looking at our 10-day forecast, again, best chance of rain coming in later on this evening into Monday for the CSRA as a whole, but some scattered showers this afternoon for some of us. And then we'll see cooler temps on Monday and sunshine Tuesday.
Cooler temps as in the 60s?
At night, at night, at night. You gotta listen, at night.
Okay, Sherry.
But 80's cooler in the day, though. Cooler, not cool, cooler.
Sherry, thank you. Well, you may want to rethink the next thumbs up emoji you send. It's what's trending, and it's next.
If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, you may only have 30 days to protect your license or your privilege to drive here. Hi, I'm Tiffany Duckett of DUI Duncan, the DUI firm here in Augusta. Visit our website at DUIDuncan.com to see what we've done to help so many drivers. If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, call me now for a free consultation. While the firm, of course, cannot guarantee results, we do guarantee hard work and fast action.
Remember the name, DUI Duncan. Hi, I'm...
Hey y'all, welcome back. Time to take a look at what's trending. So a thumbs up emoji cost a Canadian farmer $82,000. It all started 2 years ago when the grain buyer messaged the farmers asking about purchasing several tons of flax. The buyer spoke with one farmer on the phone and texted him a picture of the contract to deliver bushels of the plant. The farmer replied with a thumbs up emoji, but did not deliver the product by the written date. The buyer argued that the reply amounted to an agreement, but the farmer says that he just acknowledged that he got the message. A judge ruled that the emoji counts as a signature, and the farmer did indeed breach his contract and ordered him to pay up.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary because I'm with the farmer. I do use that emoji, and that's kind of my way of just like acknowledging it. Like it doesn't warrant a response. It's just like message received. So, but I'll have to think twice about that.
Yeah, well, you know, I hate the thumbs up emoji because I think we had this conversation before. You can send someone a long paragraph giving them details, and they just give you the thumb. Don't reply. Just say, okay, thank you, Sean, but when you hit me with the thumb, I hit, give me the heart or something.
The heart,
okay.
okay.
Something about that thumb.
Noted, heart.
And you know, some Gen Z folks said, you know, it's passive aggressive, so I feel that as well.
I don't know though. That being a contract though, like shouldn't there be a signature, not a thumbs up?
Oh, well, that thumbs up is a signature.
No, it's an emoji.
Well, we'll debate that later. Well, coming up on Good Morning Augusta. A plane crash claimed the life of 6 people in Southern California. What investigators are looking for now that's coming up. But first, let's send to New York, where Janae Norman is standing by with a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America. Good Sunday morning, Janae.
Good Sunday morning. Coming up here on
Mark, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
It's 7:30. Thanks for staying with us. I am Sean Cabbage Stock. A Cessna plane crashed in Southern California, killing all 6 people on board. This is the second deadly small plane crash in that area in less than a week. Chuck Severson has the latest.
The tail of the plane, all that is recognizable after a Cessna business jet crashed into a field in California, bursting into flames.
One aircraft down in the middle of the field, fully engulfed.
All 6 people on board were killed. Their identities have not been released, but investigators confirm they were all adults. The NTSB says the Cessna C-550 took off from Las Vegas just after 3 Saturday morning, heading for French Valley Airport in Murrieta, just north of San Diego. About an hour later, it went down during its second approach.
The pilot reported to air traffic control that he was going to perform a missed approach, which is generally happens when a pilot can't see the runway environment. Airplane crashed about 500 feet short of runway 1A.
It was very foggy this morning. It was almost like you're in a snowstorm where you can't see a couple feet ahead of you.
It is not yet known if fog or any other type of weather played a part.
It appears that the weather was at the minimums for landing at that airport, so the visibility and ceilings allowed for a landing, but it was right on the minimums.
The NTSB and FAA are both investigating, looking at evidence like radar data, weather information, and maintenance records. This is the second deadly crash in the area in just days. On Tuesday, the FAA says another small plane crashed shortly after takeoff, killing 1 person and injuring 3 others. The French Valley Airport is now temporarily closed. Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
The cost of mailing a letter is going up again. As we told you yesterday, starting today, the price of a U.S. first-class forever stamp will go from 63 cents to 66 cents. That's the second price increase this year. The U.S. Postal Service says it's necessary to offset higher operating costs. When temperatures begin to rise, it may